Hello, good morning. How is everyone today? Welcome along to the stream. Nice to see you. Nice to have you all here. Hope you're all hearing me loud and clear. All looks good in OBS, so that's a good start. How is everyone doing? Starting quite early this morning. Two reasons. Well, one reason, my wife's heading off up country today and has to fly out quite early, so I've got to help her and sort the kids out. And my CFSG's doing a stream, and it'd be a bit silly trying to stream at the same time as him because you're probably all going to bugger off and go and watch him. So we'll see. We'll go for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Go see how much planting we get done with these two beasts. Welcome along, Chinook. Morning to you. Waiting in beautiful Wellington Airport to head to Auckland. Nice. Bearded Gamer. Welcome along. How are you? Nice to see you. Tim 10. Hello. Daniel DeKaiser. Morning to you. And Classy Lucas. There you go. I've just explained why it's on 30 minutes earlier. Sorry if I've ruined your plans, but anyhow, these are our two toys today. So we're going to need to get them up to the fields, which are going to be, where are we? 31, I think we'll do the sugarcane up in that one. Do Poplar 28. So we're going from the farm, and we're going in opposite directions. We're going to get them down to the fields, and we'll make a start. We've added this tractor to our fleet. This is a new addition. But the planters are just leased, because we're not going to need those all the time. So I need to remember, still getting my bearings on the map. I haven't spent enough time on it. So we are going, go out here and turn right. Hey, King Nerd, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday evening. Am I right? Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon. It's Saturday evening in the UK. Oh, look at this. Look at this control. Look at the controller steering on its own. How much poplar am I going to plant? I'm going to plant that whole field down the bottom here. So I've got all the seed sorted. That's all at the shop. We need to go and pick that up. It's all on the back of a trailer. So afternoon, 2:30 PM. There you go. So that is the plan. We will go and get those fields planted. We've got some weeds to spray in the cotton as well. Well, this controller's going to rough my... do my head in. Time for a new one. Planter like this, it might take a while. It could take a while, Classy Lucas. It could. That's alright. I didn't expect it to be a quick job. We're just gonna fire it away. I know that there's some modded planters out there we could have used. I think there's a potato planter that's been modded to do things like sugarcane and poplar. But I wanted to stick with the base game ones to start with. See how we go. Not 4:30 AM like your regular streams. Oh, the Wednesday streams. Yeah. Yeah, they're for my friends in this part of the world on a Wednesday evening. This is the stream for you guys. Alright, that's not our field, isn't it? Oh, it is our field. 28. You're right, Lucas, that's a rather large field. We'll see. Might take us a while. I have some strategies in place though. I have some plans. We'll see how it works. See how whether my plan works or not. We'll just park this in here and we'll go back and get the other one. Yeah. We'll get the truck out. Get this out of the shed. Nice looking shed, this one. You want to know who made it? I'll really have a look at it. Very nice looking shop. You know who know. If you know, you know. It's Legacy Ags workshop. Very nice. Right, let's get this one down to the down to where we're going now as well. Oh, did I already have that lifted up? No, that unfolds it. Yeah, probably on the implement. I lower the tractor. Controls raisins. Nose up. Okay. Alright. So this time we're going to head in the other direction. I'm doing well, Ginger Ninja. How about yourself? Good to see you. Mark Thor, how are you, mate? Nice to have you here. Hope you are having a good weekend as well. I'm liking the images I'm seeing of that sprayer. It's looking mighty good. Like I said, we've got some weeds that need spraying on this, so we might need that next week. Oh, one's just as squirrely. That shop's junk. The model that made it should quit. Quite the opposite. You might be able to watch the whole way through this week. Lucas is suffering a chest injury, so I can't move that well. Mate, that sounds unfortunate. How did you injure your chest? Is it work-related, sports-related, farm-related? Or how about it being an idiot-related? Because there's plenty of being idiot-related injuries. I'm sure I've suffered a few in my time. Right. Run right in front of us. No, that's turn right. Let's go and have a look. What's the benefit of planting trees versus just placing them with the constructor? So these are trees you can't place with the constructor. Daniel, these are the short little poplars that you can harvest with a baler or something like that and make biomass. So they're a little bit different. Right, we'll leave that there now. Next step is truck into the shop. Still, like I said, still getting my bearings. Fortunately, the shop is down near the Poplar, which is good. Still heading the same way. It's one of those injuries, Lucas. No, I can't say I've had any of those ones, Daniel. Tell you what, this wiggly controller's going to look really bad with a truck. Full seat like that. Oh my gosh. I had changed all the dead zones in it. Thought that was going to help, but it hasn't. I know you're not quitting. I've seen your screenshots of your new shed. In fact, were they on... you've shared them on Facebook now, haven't you? Oh my goodness. Let's try this. I'm going to drive with keyboard just to try and avoid that. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You did good after 2 United wins in a row. I know, right? Yeah, I did check the score when I got up this morning. Stops this way. I think Liverpool had a point to prove after losing. Still in school, so you don't work. I just help around the house with mum and dad. Fair enough, mate. That could be some work related injury or something there. Who knows? Maybe you're out doing some gardening work or something, help mum and dad. Right. So what have we got down here? Let's have a look. We've got a in fact, did I buy this trailer too? I think this might be a new addition to the farm. Now I'll confess, I did use mainly used auto load to get all these on here. But this is 8,000 litres of Poplar on the front. There's 4 pallets of that across the front, and the rest is all sugarcane. Is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 36 pallets of sugarcane. The reason that I got so many, if you look in here at field 31, if we use the field calculator for field 31, proceed, sugarcane's 87,000 litres to plant that field. So I've got 90. So we'll see how it goes. It's a fair amount. Luke Van Meteran, if I've pronounced that correctly, welcome along. Love the videos, and I'm glad you played through with some guy. Some guy. Yeah. I was a little bit slow actually. I should have hit. Well, I knew I couldn't do it because of time this morning. This brain is all jumpy. Doing that. Suddenly got a very jerky frame rate going on here with all the pallets. It's no good if that's all the pallets doing that. We'll have to get rid of them to plant some crops. Go back to keyboard steering. Alright. Nose in here. See about getting these Poplar unloaded. I'm pleased you're enjoying that, Luke. But yeah, I had thought about doing a live stream with them at some stage. We were talking about it the other day, so we'll find some time. And we're both available and can coordinate doing that. There we go. See if we can pull up the side here and just load them. Hoping I can. Yeah. One at a time. So, what I was planning on doing, I'm going to try and get a worker to do some of this. Should turn the truck engine off. But I was actually going to chop across the end of the field and give ourselves a bit of a working headland without actually taking a headland off. Just artificially reduce the size of the field a little bit. So I think if I just bring up the mini map, I can use the heading on here. Just pretty much square across the field. Go. If I turn this on, lower it down. Now, drive forward in a straight line. I'm using the controller again. It's planting our poplar and set plants it in the rows. So what I'm hoping is if I plant them across like this with the is that autosave sync that time. When I hire a worker, if I can hire a worker, it'll stop when it gets to the row, auto detect the row and turn around. But we'll see what happens. This is all a live experiment. We all know those go well. Am I going to bail the poplars? Not seen that done yet. I might do that. I might have just said that too. Hey December Farms, how are you? Saran, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as well. Oh look, I forgot that this plant's through grass. Made the field a little bit bigger. Let's see what happens if we get to about here. I'll try hiring a worker and see what happens. There we are, that's all a worker doing that at the moment. Certainly not my character in there. So we'll get down to the other end of the field with the worker for a little bit, and then we'll do another headland across the end, and then we'll see what happens when we start doing the rows again. See if it does what I hope it does. Sometimes it's ridiculous, spitting me out because of how big it is and how much their servers do. The idea was great, bringing it to life was not. Is that all in the modelling legacy? I'm guessing it's all in the modelling. Wouldn't like once you animate one thing or something like that. Whereas, so do you do? Here's a question: do you do your animations in Blender or whatever you use, and then like how do you do it? Do you have to XML it all? I'm not even sure how it all works. I haven't figured that much out. Gardening's your favourite thing to do. We don't do much anymore. It's moved in February from my own house into a ranch house. Fair enough. Wood chipping and filling a skip. Always on the move, Mark. Always got something to do. That sounds like a busy day for everyone, December. Yeah, that'd be a good idea actually, some communal gardening. Yeah, Poplar couldn't sell it anywhere on Calmston Farms. Whoops. It's probably a very overlooked crop. Right, we're just about at the end of the row, so it's going to take a wee while to do this field when you look at how wide it is and how far we've got. Good on me for always biting off more than I can do. Right, stop that there. Get up on our angle again, go to 0 degrees. Put on, drop her down, cruise control. Yeah. I'll do it for you, Black Book. There you go. How are you? Welcome along. This does look like a poplar crop to grow. Certainly wouldn't say it's a popular crop, because I don't know too many people who've done it before. I started planting it on my Hallmarkra forestry, but that's as far as I got. I never actually got to harvesting it before we left the wilds. Alright. There we are. So, let's go and see what happens. We send that worker back along the other way. That road doesn't end up too straight in the end. I'd have to come down here with a seeder and plant some grass on the end of these. I wanted it to stay as field so that it was protected. Right. So it'll be interesting when the worker gets to the other end, how much of an overlap they do, whether they drive along it like I am at the moment, or how they turn around. So that's going to be the next test, so we'll ride along here and see what happens. Planting that whole field 1 meter at a time. I'm a patient man, Daniel. We'll see how we go. I might just leave it running while I go out and do some errands today and get it finished for next time. Not out of Blender yet. Do all your animations in XML, so doors are usually easy unless they're paneled garage doors, because you animate each individual panel at 8 different points. Right. Once one is animated, the only thing you have to do is change the door's physical location. Copy and paste. That's what I was wondering. We've got a lot of the same type of doors. Could do with that triple wide planter. I was actually looking because wasn't there a bigger forestry planter released in 19? I did have a look to see if it had been converted or was available, but couldn't see it anywhere. That's right. Got some trees on the end of the field. That'd get in the way of the very reason I'm not doing it, Lucas, which is to make sure I can have plenty of space to turn around when we come to harvesting this. That's not a start you'd ever leave in the rest of the field. He is driving over the freshly planted trees. He's also driving in a pretty straight line. It's actually interesting watching the angle, considering this is an AI worker. They're fluctuating between a couple of degrees, and as a result, we're getting a bit of a crooked line. You add trees, not out trees. See, I read out as put. E and the O are pretty close together. Or if you're on a phone, or put it autocorrect. Alright. Big question is, will it stop at this row? I'm hoping it will. So just going to sail on through. No, it wasn't going to stop. Well, that's that plan. That's that plan not working very well. I don't really want to sit here and babysit it. I want to go get the sugar beet done. That's going to suck if I can't do that. Courseplay, I'd have to record the edge of the field, wouldn't I? We try that. I mean, I've obviously planted a whole lot. But to course play it, I'll have to record the field, otherwise it's going to detect that headland, isn't it? Do a wider strip across the headland. Yeah, we can give that a whirl. Let's see. I haven't used AI workers enough in 22 to know their behaviours, whether they would normally stop when they reach a critical spot like that. Have you got a mod to change the speed? I don't have any in those, Lucas. Don't tend to use those ones. Try not to. We'll try a wider stroke. We'll try and do a couple of passes and see if that helps detect it. Who knows? Legion, how are you, buddy? Am I going to plant the whole field like that? Well, I was hoping to use some AI workers. They're not being very helpful. That was the plan. Oh, I can open the door. Who knew? How are you, Legion? You doing well? It's going to turn into a disaster, isn't it? You're going to regret this decision very quickly. Go on, generate this course, let's see it. I want to try this headland. We're not going to know until we get to the other end, and alright. I'll test the headland. We'll turn around and do a little pass going straight back towards that headland and see what happens now. And if this doesn't stop with 3 rows, then I will record it. Try and record a course by course if we can get it. This is a worker. Worker hired. Let's see. Nope. Alright. It didn't work. Yeah, I'm on an early flight this morning, Chinook. Have a safe flight home. Give us a wave when you're flying over. Actually, you won't. You'll be more Taranaki way. Right, so what I'm going to do to try and get these nice and straight. Oh, yes. Let's do... oh, hang on, which way am I facing? 270. Turn on my line. Fine. You got that right. We are. So that's the edge of the field. We can GPS it. We'll get a nice straight line going this way. So yeah. Start recording that from there and see how we go. Set the worker loose. I could have just set the worker loose December and then come and cultivated a headland out. That's always another option. Set them going, and I could form some headlands with a cultivator. That wouldn't be too hard either, would it? Probably be easier than doing this. Let's see. Let's give this a whirl. I'm all for experimentation. Stay in a straight line. Stay in a straight line. Yeah, actually, I could draw the plot on courseplay too, couldn't I? That would probably be easy to get a nice square line. Legion. It's a good choice. Good choice as well. So tool width doesn't change in courseplay anyhow. Yeah, courseplay Daniel. Set to feet. Doesn't change. How many points are plotted on that corner? It's ridiculous. Little autosave, was it? This plot's getting recorded. Alright. Let's see that. Alright, let's generate a course. Let's see what happens. Where are we going? Right, let's go into great job. Field work. Awesome. Yep. So we've cut the headlands out. That looks pretty good. So if we do that, let's now. Oh, right. It might pick the main field one. The setting in courseplay. For custom fields. There we go. I think if I have that on, it's gonna. There we go. So it hasn't detected the field underneath. So when you create a custom field, you have that set up and it'll do that. Courseplay fieldwork. First waypoint. Anyway, CP1 now is the highlighted one. So let's fix that. Create a course. Working with 9 feet. See. Does anyone else notice that courseplay is now not auto? What? Right. So let's just jump back into here. Work with. Where's our work with on this tool? Oh, maybe it was right. Depends how close I want the rows to be, I suppose. We could plant right down to a meter. Or we have a bit of space between. Go down to the actual width of the platform and then we'll run it the tractor width. Wheel width, won't we? Alright. Let's go. Number of headlands 0, field centers up, down row direction. Let's skip. There's got plenty of space to turn around. Alright. Generate a course. There we go. I mean that's looking pretty good, doesn't it? Or do I need to be closer? That's done 3 rows and where I would do 4. It doesn't regenerate the course though, does it? Probably closer. 5. Sorry. Alright, we'll give that a whirl. See how we go. Hey Rusty, how are you my friend? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Having a nice weekend. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay. Nearest waypoint. We're off. I can't turn the lines off on GPS because I can't activate it while I'm driving. That's right. There we go, we can come back and fill in a little bit there if we choose to, but I reckon we're going to end up with more than enough poplar once this field's done. We'll let it run to the end and make sure it turns around alright, and we'll leave it going, I think. Hey Anzac, morning to you. How you doing? Usual dramas. How's that right, Rusty? Work weekend for you. Nice. Nice one. Welcome along, everyone. Welcome along to Stone Valley in our Fringe farming series. We are getting some of the fringest of crops planted today, poplar and sugarcane. So that'll be good to get those sorted out. Taking a long time to get the series started and get into things, but needs must, and this is where we've got to. So hopefully, once we can get through the planting and everything, we shouldn't take too long. I mean, that's what I found using, particularly with precision farming. It doesn't take too long to jump from planting to harvesting now, because you're not doing quite so much in between, which is kind of cool. Alright, we're just about at the end of the field. Let's see what happens at our field end and turning around. I like these little this little 86 series tractors. Very cool. Awesome configurations too. Different options with them. A nice little run around tractor. Workhorse in the yard and things like that. Right, what's it going to do? Excellent. Lots of space to turn around. Dropped things a little bit early, but that's alright. We can handle that. Probably could have made the rows a little bit closer. What do you think? Do I dare change it now? I feel like I'm being inefficient with my farming. We'll just carry on with this, I think. We won't worry about changing it, because we're going to end up with too much poplar anyhow. But I could have technically moved the tractor over a bit more to the right, made the rows a bit narrower and got things closer. Mr. Freeman, how you done? Welcome along, mate. Thank you very much for your $2 super chat. You're a star. Right, let's leave that there. We need to go back over to the truck. I think it is there. Now, that is our poplar on the front. Am I strong enough to lift these off? Not yet. Right. Leave that there, and then we can come down and fill the planter up when we need to. Oh my goodness. Oh, this controller's going out the window. You can't get angry at Farm Sim, but you can get in. Oh no. Oh, I had auto load on. There we are. Can't get angry at Farm Sim, but you can get angry at your input devices and things like that. Right, turn that off before I make a mistake and forget I've got it on. Off. Back. Alright. Straight everything down. Let's head up to the other end of the farm now, isn't it? Let's see. Straight up the road and hang a right. Easy. Hey, Mr. Scott Freeforall, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. And Mr. Polycount Taz, how are you? Good to see you as well. Yes, it's me on the screen. Back to keyboard steering with the truck, because like I said, my controller's doing my head in. Nice to have you all here. Welcome along. Make sure you have dropped a thumbs up on the stream if you're enjoying things. It does keep that hungry YouTube algorithm well fed. So it'll enjoy it if we do that. So, don't have enough on the truck to cover the entire field anyway, right? For the poplar I definitely do, Daniel. Should have more than enough poplar. Even if I did change the row spacings down. Well, I don't think we'd even use 50% and we'd done a few passes, but we'll see. Hey Kevin, how are you? Welcome along. It's that celery. Looks a bit like a day. Alright. Turn pallet load off. I should have done that too, Lucas. That's right, we're here now. Don't need to worry. So, I'm thinking of doing something similar on this field with the headlands. There's actually quite a decent... This one's actually not as bad with trees in there around the end. Not sure what the other end's like. We'll have to have a look at that. Glad I'm doing sugarcane and not you, Scott. Subscribe to the best. Thank you, mate. Thanks for that. Yep, if you're not already subscribed, it's a good thing you can do as well. Evening, Mr. FSG. How are you? Welcome. Oh, interestingly enough, this takes fertilizer. I didn't realise that. That's cool. So is it alright? It does continue taking from the pallet even if you're not full. No, it was just loading two at the same time. Something, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good weekend. You have to try and tune into some of your mega harvest and see how it goes. I'm all for watching other people suffer through what I went through. Alright. We are, well, almost 100% full. My question is, does sugarcane need fertilizer? And is courseplay gonna, or AI workers gonna have a hissy fit if I don't have fertilizer? I'm assuming yes. I am assuming yes. You know what we can do? Ah, we've got the truck here. Do I have another way to fertilize it down? Really? I could have put some in there, but we'd have to bring the truck back. Do it. We're gonna cheat a little bit. Just a little bit. 1400 litres. Remember that, we'll pay for 1400 litres of fertilizer. In fact, what's 1400 litres of fertilizer worth? Here's a big bag. Big bag of fertilizer. 1000 litres is 18. Okay. Minus 3600, because we obviously had to pay a delivery fee to get it out here. Alright. We'll take a penalty on that. I can handle that. Alright. Oh, look at that nitrogen level. Might be a good thing we did do that. This field's pretty big. When you regret something. Unfold it. Okay. Do that. Turn it on. Lower it down. See what happens. Can't tell because Dusty lands in the way. So good. So good. Anyone have hot tips on creating water in giant heated water planes or a headache and a half? if everything isn't flat as. You have to find a good map maker who can help you with that one. We tried doing sugarcane on that valley old farm one as well, Mark. Right, let's get my GPS on here. All my keybinds are on. So get a nice path along here. Go. Cruise control and we'll be away. Happy days. Happy days. Doing good. Good to hear, mate. Quick question, Mr. Sims, how are you? Good to see you. Quick question for you. Do you know of any mods clashing with the anhydrous pack from Collins? Not that I know of. I haven't had any issues with it, but it could quite well. Well, could be anything. Don't know. Yeah, no, I haven't had any problems with it, so. Surprised I'm not rocking the Groomy pack. I did actually download it, and install it, but I haven't even looked at it yet. Where is it? And there's one reason. I know they've got the planters. What's their biggest planter? It's actually quite a big pack, isn't it, when you look in there? 1.5 meter planter. So they don't have any big planters. And Dazed potato pack. Dazed. Seed potato farm vehicle pack. His big planter here, the 6 meter wide one, has the ability to use the liquid fertilizer on it. So we'll be sticking with that today. Or for when we get to planting, it won't be today. But the Groomy pack, I've definitely got it, and we'll be using it. Maybe using it when we do some harvesting. We'll see how it goes. Why do I do it to yourself? Who knows? Who knows? Well, he only knows where you are, Legacy, because you just wrote in chat. He wouldn't have known otherwise. Zach House, welcome to the stream, mate. Finally able to catch me live. Awesome. Welcome along. Pleasure to have you here. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? Welcome along. Late. Never late. Even if you catch 5 minutes, we appreciate you joining in. I could have got a dolly and picked up the truck like that, because it would have been just as quick to take the semi back and get it though, if that was the case. Always cheat, always win, never get caught. Since when did you have an AG Lego? So you were gifted a sub last week by, you got a gifted sub from Chinook. Gifted some subs to the community. Actually, there's a good headland on this end too, so we don't have to worry about turning space on this one. But lots more than the other fields. Oops. See, keybind not set how I expected it to be. I had that issue all last week with FSG on No Man's Land. I was forever fumbling keys and opening wrong things. Look at that, we've chewed through a third of our sugarcane just going one way down the field. We're almost going to have to pull up on each pass, or we can end up half down the other end of the field full, empty. So yes, you were gifted a sub, Jacqueline, so there you go. How's the shed coming along? Oh, it's finished. It's finished, FSG. Haven't you been given one to look at yet? It's losing here, and what's left is turning grey, so it's coming along great. Just at 3 months, Argsy and FSG member status yesterday. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy, for being a member. Appreciate you hanging around. Thought it was sugarcane. We definitely did sugarcane in one field, and it was a pain to harvest, but we were also using... No, we were using a big harvester. I don't know. I can already see this being a pain to harvest, but I'm planning to have multiple harvesters and seeing if we can get it to work. My harvest plan at the moment is to set... Oh, we'll see how that'll work on corners. But I was going to do a big spiral course and have 3 or 4 of them running. Have them sort of 50 meters behind each other, and then have enough vehicles keeping them emptied as auger wagons. Whether it works or not, you'll find out in an upcoming live stream. Awesome shout out. Yeah, Mr. DJ, that was awesome, Jeremy, to have that. He dropped me a note. He's like, it's been pretty quiet on the news front, and you've got info on Griffin. Can I use it? I said, absolutely, go for it. And I sent him a little video file of that flyover, so he had a decent version of it and didn't just have one that he ripped down off a YouTube video. So it was cool. Very nice of him. It does look good, doesn't it, FSG? I'm looking forward to Mark flicking that through in the revised version. I sent Mark the video of Welcome Farms using the Patriot with the blue lights on the boom and things like that. Done a good job of replicating and recreating what they've done. Very cool. What is this tool doing? I'm not familiar with how sugarcane is planted. Well, it's planting sugarcane, Daniel, I can tell you that much. How does it work? So, it's grabbing the sugarcane. I guess it's like cut pieces of sugarcane. I never filled up. Oh, we're going to see how far we can get. So the cut pieces of sugarcane come out of the hopper. Looks like they get some sort of treatment put on them there. Go down the chute. Looks like they just go down in a chute. Of course, Dusty lands. Can't see, so we'll just bump that right back down. So we can see what's going on in there. So the chute comes down, looks like it rips a furrow open. Opens up a... what would you call it? A planting trench, opens up a little seed bed and then just drops the shoots in there by lots of things. Of course the animation's a little bit off. You can see them coming through the bottom. Yeah, pretty simple really. Not very precise. Does the job. Go get the dust back. Must have just gone through a wet patch. It was a bit damp down in that hollow, so we lost the dust for a bit. Am I renting this in-game year because of low money? Because that money can be used for production as it relates to your crops? No, I'm renting it because sugarcane regrows. So I didn't see the point in planting and owning a planter for a crop I'm only going to plant once. So we just leased it. Same with the poplar, because the poplar will regrow. Oh, we've got to go top that poplar up too. So we will have to go and deal with that separately. But yeah, and I still need to buy all my planting or get hold of all my planting equipment somehow. So I think I'm going to leverage the lease to own tool for that and lease some things. Because we all know 3 or 4 sugarcane harvesters ain't going to come cheap. And that's just the start of it. Cotton harvesters, sugar beet, potatoes. There's lots of things we're going to need from a money perspective to harvest our crops. The red sticks look like that plant pushing the crop in. See red sticks somewhere. Can't really see. I'm sure there's something. Forgot that it regrows. Yeah. I did have to double check. I'm pretty sure it still does. What does this all look like on the map then? We're going to have some funny stripes going on. That one looks fine, but we're going to have some funny stripes going on down there. Yep. These little tails as it turns. That's right, of course it'll be as far away as possible from where we needed it to be. At the front. Oh, that red stick. That must be... get around this angle. That's the opening wheels. That's the frame, and it's got a couple of discs. Opening wheels for opening the trench. Is that what you're talking about? We could have a look at it when it's lifted up, actually. That'd be a better way. I have managed to just about get back. We're going to make it. Here's the next question. 7%. We should do. At least we're much closer. So that's good. We can, well, as the rows get longer, we're not going to, but... 4 passes there and back twice. We're not showing through too much fertilizer. 2%. Now we'll count the other way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So close. So close. Yeah, so what have we got? There you go, it's like little rippers down there. That opens the rows. And then it comes down in those chutes and you've got the ones that close the rows. Pretty simple really, isn't it? Not much to it. I'm intrigued as to what it was spraying on them though. Whether it's some sort of inoculant or fertilizer. It can't be fertilizer because it took dry fertilizer. Fertilizer drops down, goes down in those black tubes. It gets planted in, so it definitely is applying something on it at the same time. Dry corns only buy propane, bearded gamer. If you're talking about Fusion's dry corn add-on. Don't think he had any ability to make propane in it. Oh. Okay. Alright, we'll get turned around. We will hire a worker to carry on. Probably wreck all our GPS course. As hired workers tend to have a slightly different offset to what we use. Right. Turn off. Oops, no, keep that load down. Turn off the GPS. Hire a worker. Let's go and find that other tractor. There's ways to jump out. Oh, they're cracking along. Getting through it. Gonna take a while. That's gonna work alright. Imagine sitting at your desk one day and being so bored you just decided to create an implement to plant sugarcane. Just imagine. When's the harvest live stream going to be? Well, that'll be a few weeks away yet, Lucas. We've got sugar beet and potatoes to plant yet. Might make it there and back before that tractor's full. Tractor gets to the other end of that field anyhow. Good. Rooting hormone, yeah, that would probably make sense. Yeah, they do just look like cuttings, sugarcane cuttings. Oh, I can't see it, the banner was in the way. Whoops. Oh well. You can... I've piqued your curiosity, you can go along and find it yourself now. Alright, back here. Turn that on, nearest waypoint. And go. Perfect. Those nice rows of poplar. And timed it just right. We can take over from this worker when they get to the end of the row. Hey, Bearsden Gaming, welcome mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Nice to have you here. Why were you asking if FSG was still around, Lucas? He might not be reading chat, he might be listening. Say what it was and I'll ask him. Did I just borrow worker again? Turn on, lower down, cruise control, GPS, done. Oh, what have I managed to start recording a course without even, no? I have on Autodrive. That's a skill. I started recording an Autodrive course. Right. Can't tell you how. I did. Sitting upstream. I thought you would be. I knew you'd be hanging around. Lurking. It's going to be a nice sugarcane harvest off that field. We will see, Rusty. There's going to be a lot of sugarcane. Whether it's going to be a nice harvest or not could be another question, but go big or go home, eh? Argsy FSG double featured today. Yes, FSG is going to be live in a little over half an hour. I was saying before you joined in, mate, that we should we need to tee up that dual live stream at some stage. Maybe we could do one. Oh, and Scott's going on after Farm Simple. There you go. And if you're on early enough, I know if Farmer Cop was live earlier too. Been a day for it. Maybe a, we do. Maybe a No Man's Land harvest. What are we going to be doing tonight? Harvesting canola. This week. Maybe we should make plans for this time next week, FSG. Or a bit later. Lots of canola ready. There will be in No Man's Land. If the canola's ready, what comes after that? We're going to have our soybeans and corn. Plenty to do. What else? We have sunflowers. We could do a live stream harvesting all that. You'll need more beer. Down for lots of live stream. Oh, and you can actually, yeah. Next weekend's the big weekend, isn't it? That's Mark's reference to September this week. You know what that means? I was trying to think what he was talking about. 52%, so we're going to get down a bit. Not familiar with Scott. Today's the day for that. No, it is Daniel. Yeah, go along and watch Scott. Scott's been he's been a huge supporter of both my channel and the Farm Sim Guys channel for a long time now. He would have been one of our earliest subscribers and has been around doing his thing, but he's picked up and started his own channel. He's doing some really cool stuff. He's been doing some live streams on just some of his old single player streams, single player saves. What are you doing today, Scott? You're streaming today. He's got a cool little survival series, kind of roleplay series on the Holler, which is very cool. Go along and check that out. Oh, you do Mega Harvest on Deer Creek the last year. That's right, you did when I was playing Deer Creek, you were telling me about your single player game you were doing on that. Awesome. Oh, 5 Minute Farmer in September too. Yeah, that's the plan, Mark. I haven't started recording anything though. I'm a bit like FSG, I just haven't had the time to make any vids. Busy doing other things. Yes, Farmer did do his first live stream this morning too, I saw that. I didn't see the live stream. Well, too early for me, but I did see it on my subscription feed, so I'll have to go back and have a look. Well, hopefully we can cure your itch, Legion. Can't play, next best things to watch someone else play. Let's see how they go. Have I had a look at the island map yet? Yeah, no, I have not yet. No. Been well out of the loop with most map things. Rusty agrees. Scott is great. Perfect. Perfect for with a donut and a coffee. Agreed. What's FS? That's what you graduate to after you've been fiddling in GE for a long time, Mark. You go to FS to see if everything you did in GE works or not. Start of the full semester for you, so busy as well. You can certainly see trends in viewer stats and things like that on YouTube when summer break and all those kind of things are. People are enjoying summer, and certainly you notice a little bit of a drop in numbers. In winter, when it's not so pleasant to be outside, we find people viewing numbers and things go up. You wanted to ask FSG when Survival Wyoming Season 2 is going to be made, because I'm eager to find out what happens after the Season 1 finale. It was going to be coming out next weekend, Lucas, but I think you've just added an extra week onto it. Going to start streaming on Nebraska by DJ Modding Maps. Fantastic. Yeah. It's a good map. Rusty's our new 1000 sub guy. Check out Rusty's channel. Yeah, definitely go and check out Rusty. So excited for him. If you're still here, Rusty, honestly, I know you said you were welling up, mate. I had this huge smile on my face after the stream last week when we got you to that 1k. Very cool. Definitely go and check out Rusty. And Bearded Gamer, if you like watching on Twitch, go and check him out too. I know he's been back into the streaming scene after a few months off. Ben, thank you very much for that super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. Hope all is well in the other island over the ditch. Tell you what, we haven't talked about the rugby, and there's a very specific reason. The Aussies did well, beating South Africa. Certainly, on their day, any team can beat any team at the moment. Very good acting. He does do well, actually. Give him credit for that. Well, we've talked about it so many times about how stupid you feel when you're talking to yourself, and then when talking to yourself and trying to act like you're someone else, it's even harder. There you go. There's Rusty's channel. Go and check him out. You know who did it, Lucas. Ooh, that's a bold claim. You should know that by now anything on FarmFlix is always going to have a twist. I heard there was a Kiwi moving into town and he was going to cause all sorts of chaos. He's a mine boss. Ripping up Elk Mountain all over the place. Making a mess around Wyoming. Scant regard for the environment. But he's getting the gold out of the ground. Still got the truck there, Legion. I do indeed. Is now, question, Legion, the T900 with the... He didn't... Carver didn't release your version with that skin in it, did he? Someone popped up in my stream during the week and said, oh, did you know there's the T900's got an Argsy Gaming skin in it? Well, I know there's an Argsy Gaming skin in it, but I don't know if it was released. I just thought it was one that you and I and a few other people might have had. Might do fieldstones now there's a bigger rock picker. I'm still not sure if I'll be doing fieldstones. I loved doing fieldstones in Medicine Creek last year when we had rocky fields. Didn't realize it was a private one. Yeah, it's interesting. Perhaps he just saw it on my stream or something and said, did you know there's a skin for it? Liverpool winning 9-0 today. I know, right? How much of that was a I can't even think of the word. Following on from their loss to Man U, which they had a point to prove, that's the word. You find it hard to watch Farm Sim streams, Zanzak. I'm pleased you managed to sort out your issues with the game, though. It's a shame you had to reinstall it all after the update. But Bournemouth, Lucas. Here you go, FSG's mate. Anyone watching Scroff's Farmhand series? He's doing a cracking job. I'm a few episodes behind Mark, but I'm enjoying his little roleplay as well. So speaking of roleplays, who saw Dagwin's post on the YouTube community channel saying that his Farm Sim Survival series will be coming back in winter? It's going to be interesting. Perhaps he's seeing the success of the likes of Scroft and Wyoming and the Holler, seeing all these fantastic roleplay series that are coming out, and thinking he needs to get in on it. I think it was a config edit. Ah, interesting. The graphics settings are 3090's not invincible. I'd be impressed if you managed to crank the graphics up so well that config setting broke 3090 Anzac. But at least you got it fixed. Lots of good roleplay series. Characters in little circles. His characters have little animated volume voice things around the outside. If we're gonna talk about having seen something before, how about a mega harvest using Autodrive and courseplay in Western Australia, eh? Nothing original in Farm Sim anymore, is there? 11-year anniversary tonight, so keeping the missus happy. Well, Farmer Red, thanks for stopping in, mate. I hope you're keeping her happy. Get out of here. Congrats on the anniversary. Congrats on your first live stream earlier too. I'll be looking to try and catch some of that a little bit later on. But hope it all went well, man. Hope it all went well, and looking forward to seeing your Autodrive course for Stone Valley too. I think I could use it. We get a few little skips through this row. We have two. Hard to see, but what's going on here? I only noticed it because something was going funny with the thing. Is that because I've got the tractors lowered down again? How did that happen? That what's caused it? Looks like it too. One thing with this tractor, the adjustable front axle. Not sure I like it. Must have pressed the wrong button. Overset the view distance for objects. Ah, fair enough. Hey, Crofter, how you doing? Welcome, 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 my friend. Hope you are doing well. Mark's off for pizza, he'll be back. Whoever created that Rolls-Royce Phantom model knows exactly what FarmSim needed. Haven't seen it, and I don't quite know why FarmSim needs a Rolls-Royce Phantom. I saw Lambo Mods has made a stealth bomber. Don't quite know why you need a stealth bomber flying around in FarmSim either, but there you go. If you want to do that, you can do that. It's an homage to me. Ah, there you go. You're just going to do it better though, aren't you? Maybe what you should do, just go in and play one of my videos for 2 hours and see if anyone notices and just talk over it. It's what FSG's mysterious benefactor. Oh, right. Sorry, gotcha. Yeah. Yep, I know you now, Daniel. Get 20 gigs of virtual RAM on an Explorer. Push the limit, Zantek. Push the limit. Stealth fertilizing. That's what easy dev mode's for. What do you reckon? You have a stealth bomber flying around and you easy dev the fertilizer in. Better get FSG. No, don't worry about getting FSG's live stream. I can tell you how the first 30 minutes of FSG's live stream is. I'm going to be fumbling around with courseplay and Autodrive. If you tune in after about 45 minutes, Lucas, that'll be when the magic will have happened and everything will be running smoothly and you'll be able to enjoy it. It's just a given. It's just how things go. I have to come back and replant that, bro. And 2 minutes to fix his microphone. Oh, come on, let's not pick on let's not pick on the FSG. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to become a lynch mob. Please forgive me. Fertilizer bombs. Yeah. 30 people waiting in your live stream. They should all be waiting. They should all be over here watching while they're waiting. That's the power of the celebrity status. It's funny because we've all done it every time now, Scott. Every time I look at my OBS and just double check, but I'll still make the mistake. There'll still be a time when something won't work and I won't pick up on it. Any good large maps with Autodrive courses made? Well, your definition of good and mine's probably a little bit different, Anzac. The best Autodrive course and map with Autodrive at the moment is Green Valley, Nebraska. Farmered has done an awesome Autodrive course for that. If you want a really large map, I know Renaboo's getting an Autodrive course. I can't remember if Heavy Metal Gaming's finished that, but not quite as big a fields, but that's a big map. I know Backroads County, which has got some big fields in it, they were making an Autodrive course for that, which didn't, I thought they were going to release it with the map, but it hasn't come out yet, I don't think. As long as it works. Yep. Yeah, Green Valley, Nebraska by DJ Modding. Then Farmer Ed has an itch.io page where he's got the Autodrive course. Hey, old Cranky, how are you, mate? Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a few Autodrive courses for Renew out. Okay. Spruce Mountain Farm is pretty cool, good crossplay map. I haven't looked at that one yet, Crofter. I did see it on the mod hub. I have to do some jobs anyway, and I need to move, and I will let you know when my chest gets better. Oh, I hope it doesn't cause you too much trouble for too long, Lucas. Appreciate having you here, mate. You have a nice rest of your weekend. Might see you over in Farm Some Guys stream soon. Oh, it's good. I am pleased we can get 4 passes before we have to fill up. Makes things just a little bit easier. Suck having to fill up every 2 passes. The last live stream ended in disaster. At least you figured out what the disaster was, though, Scott. Nothing more frustrating than not knowing what caused the issues. Dropping off to get sorted. Catch you guys later. See you, folks. Thanks, mate. Thanks for hanging out. We'll get to you soon. Hopefully I can tune into some of the stream. I do have to get the kids to swimming lessons so this morning. So there we go. I'll be able to catch some of it. Maybe while sitting at swimming lessons. Happened before. Good luck with the auto driving courseplay. I know you'll be fine. Just fine. You've had a good practice on Green Valley. Promise you'll take it easy. See you later. See you, mate. Yes, dear. Oh, whoever thought we're not going to need all of that sugarcane. Going to prove you wrong. I need some more fertilizer soon too. Isn't it winter down under swimming lessons? It is winter down under, but they are still going. Heated indoor swimming pool. Although, so the pool the toddlers train in is heated a little bit more than the 25 metre lane pool our boys both train in now. It's a fun fact, something like 90% of New Zealand's population live within 10 kilometres of a beach. We live in one of the few inland cities. I think there's really only our city and one other sizable city which are distance from a beach or a lake. I'm not a water person though. I grew up on a farm inland, so never really got into water. I think my wife grew up at a beach city, so she's a bit of a water baby. Alright, we should actually, how was the other trick going? 6%. But doing a good job still, cracking through it. Interesting, that row looks visually, that row look wider to people. There's something about it, every 2, 4, 5 rows feels wider, because that one there feels a bit wider on there. Probably something to do with the way the animation or the pixels are. Because you can see how it's not quite centered behind the tractor. And that'll be to do with the squares in game. Yeah, funny effect. There we are, that's about halfway through, isn't it? Gonna run out of Poplar at the wrong end of the field again though. Oops, I didn't hire a worker, so that stopped. We'll get this one to the end of the row, turn around, hire a worker, and we can go and top that one up. Was that 12 by 12 Spring Creek ever finished with PC? Yes, it was, Shane. It's definitely been floating around. I mean, where you can find it. Have a look on, have a look on the map directory. Pretty sure I've got it pegged on there somewhere on the map. Type exclamation mark maps, I think. Should give you a link to the map directory. Just while I talk about exclamation mark, Discord will give you an invite to the Discord server, and of course all the multiplayer servers we've got up and running on there. Been a lot of farmers on the Green Valley map again lately, which is pretty cool. There you go. Have a look. There should be a link on there, Shane. If you go and look at the actual map, there should be a link to it. If not, it'll be. I'm pretty sure I did. 95% sure I did a little map news feature on it and took some screenshots and shared those on there too. Maps, the right run. Legion, that worked. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Alright, so turn off GPS, we're on the road. Hire a worker. Let's go and sort this guy out. Oh. So halfway across the field and we've used half our poplar up. That'll work out just about right. If anything, I'm almost thinking we're not going to get as far across as I thought. Not going to get it all done. Back, how's the pizza, Mark? I must have the implement set to lower early and lift late. That's what we wanted on. Hey Andy, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a good weekend. Nice to have you here. Only problem with anything over 4x is the engine cannot handle it. The biggest issue is the scaling of the base images and textures, so it starts getting really jagged. That's just because the base game image I don't think goes over 4096 square. Don't quote me exactly on that. From what I've seen, seems to be the biggest thing. What kind of pizza? Meat feast. FSG definitely did a review of Spring Creek in a video review. I just did what I have been doing, which was some screenshots. So it must be saying, so see, the last one was offset one way. See how far of an offset that's got because of the, just because of the pixels that the map's built on. Is that causing the flashing textures on a bigger map? I don't know. Could be. I know early on some of the big maps had real issues with shadows, shadow mapping and things. That flashed. New rule is to wait for a map to have at least one update before playing, because you just end up starting again. You need a new save. Yeah, I agree a little bit with that, Crofter. And the thing people find the hardest is not being able to test it properly for consoles. Lighting issues. And there's something around that, Anzac. Alright, he's going again. Stop him from turning. We'll carry back on, because otherwise we'll end up with a funny row again, I reckon. Where are we going? Oh, that. Trying to do big maps in the editor was horrible. Yeah, the editor's horrible on a standard size map, to be honest, for navigating and moving around and things like that. It's clunky. Impressed with the Giants guys who carry on doing it. further you are away from the centre, the worse it gets. Yep. Geez, certainly a little primitive feeling compared to most modern software tools. It is. It's the nuances of it. I think once you get your head around and use it regularly, I think the nuances and the navigation that become second nature, but they are pretty clunky in the way they work. Need to massively overhaul the engine. Big map. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that they've supported the likes of Renabu, and they are getting some bigger maps on ModHub PC. Just to see that being released on ModHub's pretty cool. Four normal size, yeah, 4 maps running together, where you can drive across the boundary and it teleports you to that map, would be pretty cool. I mean, it is pretty interesting when you think about what's going on right now as we're planting. It's doing a fertilizer. It's doing a whole lot of different calculations for everything. Alright, we will get another $3,600 worth of fertilizer. 2. No. Fantastic is a free tool. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's fantastic that Giants do what they do for allowing modders access in that. The game, I mean, they have to. The game wouldn't be the game without it, but it's still pretty cool. Ruin the immersion for you being teleported. Yeah, you have to figure out a way to do it, wouldn't you? I suppose it's the same thing if you had a map like this in Stone Valley is meant to be in Illinois and you wanted to go to a Minnesota map or an Iowa map or whatever other states there are in that sort of area. Probably completely butchered them all, but Indiana would be a pretty big drive if you wanted to do it with some immersion. You see, the custom modding will be releasing a potato planter that isn't a groomy planter. Yeah, Lockwood, wasn't it, Shane? I had to Google. I've never heard of Lockwood as a potato equipment manufacturer. I had to Google it and have a look and do some pretty cool stuff. This is what PC players have to do with a game that also goes on console. Yep, 100%. You like a Pac-Man option on a map. You go to the boundary on one side and puff up on the other. Oh, that's such a good description of how it would work. Pac-Man. Could you imagine being to cross over between states or from Griffin to Hunter, and I'm sure there's a script capability for sync time and put you on a start point on a road. Yeah, it's just having the... It'll be synchronizing all the game save data, wouldn't it? Having your... You know, how much crops do you have in storage, or what's in your trailer if you're hauling a load of grain, or what time is it in game, and all those kind of things. You mean it would be seamless? It would be up to the maker with it. Oh, okay. At least I can go do the super version when we have jobs. Yeah. The save file size. Hey Yoss, how are you, mate? Drive tractor, plant crop. Drive harvester, harvest crop. There you go, how's that? Farmer Crop Raid, FC Raid. Welcome everyone from Farmer Cop. And Farmer Cop's live stream, I hope you had a good one. Welcome along. Kyla, how are you? Nice to see you. AJA, welcome along as well. Brian Lego 98 Gaming, welcome, welcome. Farmer King George, how you doing? I am new, just subscribed, awesome, thank you very much. Click GPS button, talk to chat. Pretty much, it's pretty much what today's been, eh, Daniel? Pretty much how it's been. Welcome along everyone who's come across from Farmer Cop's stream. Appreciate you all taking the time to stop in and say hello. Hope FC had a good stream. Hey Rick, how are you? Good to see you. Mr. Pickle coming along from Farmer Cop's stream as well. Welcome along. Very, very nice to see you all. Just uploaded your next video. You love mine. Awesome, buddy. Ethan Ince, hello, welcome. Nice to have you here. Welcome along to what I've called the Fringe Farmer. This is planting crops that don't get a lot of love. Although, in saying that, I was going to do potatoes, but it seems everyone's doing potatoes lately. Clutch has been doing I can't remember his name. FS Club has been doing them. Everyone's been doing them. Ready or not, here we come. Stop in to say a quick hello before I head to work. Well, thank you very much for sending all of your viewers over here. Appreciate it. FC, hope you had a wonderful stream as well. And wishing you a safe day at work. Need to get you fixed up with a little blue spanner while you're there too. Appreciate you, my friend. Hope all is well. Been enjoying catching up on your adventures overseas and everything like that. I must admit, I was intensely jealous of your time at FarmCon, meeting everyone else. But I'm already making plans for next year. So if you're going to be at the one next year, fingers crossed we can meet in person. It'd be awesome. Wish you could play this game. For some reason I lost all audio for this game and a few others on Xbox. That's interesting, Tyler. I wonder if it's a connection issue. I'd suggest, particularly if it's on console, trading out an HDMI cable and trying a different one. Because obviously all your audio goes across the single cable, so it could be something just as simple as that. Should be there next year. Love to meet in person. Likewise, my friend. Likewise. Thank you again. Have a safe shift at work, as Black Book has said. Eric the Crazy Viking dropped a like. Thank you very much, Eric. Appreciate that. We can do a raid upon raid upon raid in a minute because we were not too far away from jumping over to the Farm Sim guys stream. It's just started, so we'll go on for a little bit longer and then we might go and see what he's up to. I'll also be heading off very soon. I've got to take my children to swimming lessons. My wife's heading out of town for a few days, so we're solo dad for a couple, which is fine. They're of a good age to be able to do that sort of thing. So, but if you are just joining us, I'll show you what else we were doing today. Just hire a worker for this. They can carry on and do that a little bit, but we do have Poplar going into the ground as well. Now you probably all think I'm mad, but and I quite possibly could be. But we've been running a courseplay course. We actually set up courseplay on this. Show you the course in case you're interested. There you go. Here is our courseplay course. We've done it with no headlands, and I actually recorded a custom field outline. Reason being, I wanted to have enough space as headlands at the end without having to cut headlands off, but enough space for manoeuvring and turning around when it comes time to harvest. So we'll see how that works in a few episodes when we get to the harvest time. But there we go. That is that running along on a nice little course and doing its thing with this beautiful little 86 series international tractor. Lovely piece of kit. 47 watching with 60 likes. Thank you very much for everyone who's tuned in and left a like as well. Appreciate you all. Here we go. Jacqueline's found the emojis. Nice. Very nice. Thought about trying that, but I thought if it would be that, I'd have no sound at any games. Worth a try though. Yeah, well, that's what I wondered when you said some games, but I mean, it's worth a try. Worth a try. It could be the way the game sounds engined on one versus another. Could run through a different channel. I don't know. I'm spitballing ideas here. I don't know exactly how those kind of things work, but that would certainly be my first point of call if you're on a console and you have it on some and not others. Just be the auto driver within the box itself, maybe with a warranty service check. Would be 2. Right, how's this guy? It doesn't look too bad on our GPS course. That's alright. Which worker have we got today? Oh yeah, it's a rough one. He looks like a kind of guy that would just drive out of the field with the tractor and we'd need Farmer Cop to go and chase him down. If I'm going to stereotype. Which I shouldn't. It's going to be a very interesting harvest when we come to harvesting this. It's quite a bit of sugarcane now that I've worked through it and got into the planting side of things. It'll be fun to see if we can get it to work the way I hope it will with courseplay and Autodrive. It's good to get the nitrogen down on this field too though. It's good. I haven't actually looked. I did double check. We're right up. We've got one tractor running right down the very bottom. The other tractor up here. In terms of other fields, for anyone who's new to the stream, we've got field 1 here planted. That's got cotton in it already. And then we've got field 2 and field 8. Now field 2 is going to have sugar beets or potatoes. Can't remember what I was going to put in one. Sugar beets in one and potatoes in the other. Probably potatoes in 2 and sugar beets in 8. Although we have set up quite an elaborate farmyard over here at field. This was one of the first things we did in the spring. Visit it. We set ourselves up using dazed potatoes storage solutions and things like that. Set up a sorting plant. So we've got the 2 storage sheds there. The idea being, we can come through and dump in this end. I've got to drive around, so when we get to this point of harvesting, we'll be able to drive the whole way around the sheds, dump into the silos, store our potatoes there, and then around this end we've got the 2 unload points just poking into the shed, and we can go from there straight into the hopper, and we've got all the potato sorting there, which we can take straight into the shed. So we chose to go with just the big storage shed rather than having the potato sorter inside. I just thought it would be easier to navigate and negotiate around, but that's the plan. We'll see how things go. And then we chose this farm to build this at because it's got the pigs here, so we can use the waste potatoes for pig feed, so we'll get pigs at some stage. That's our potato farm, and then if I just tab through to a track, yeah, we did add on to the main farm here, so that's sort of where you start with these sheds and things over there. There's a lot of our main storage, and we've expanded the yard out this way, so we've got Legacy Eggs workshop and store there. We've got one of Trailer Park Farm's big sheds, and we've set ourselves up with some silos and obviously anhydrous tanks and things like that around this side. So we've got a couple of, got on each of these. One's liquid. Well, I can't remember actually. I think those are the liquid ones. Yeah, there we go. Some herbicide and liquid fertilizer in those, and then we've got lime and fertilizer. Those 2 silos. That's what we're doing. That's where we are. While these guys carry on. I think you might end up using the multi-harvester, Mark. We'll see. Has anyone played the South African map, Garda, yet? No, I haven't. Shane, I've had a look at it, but I have not been on it. I think it was being, if I recall correctly, because a couple of my viewers and subscribers are South African, have a bit of a connection with Farmer Bob who made that. I think he is rebuilding that map. I'm not mistaken. Okay. Great Harvester 2. I haven't actually used it yet, Andy. Hello, Aaron. Welcome along to the stream. Part of the Farmer Cop Raid. Appreciate you coming across. Nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy my content. And if you're not already a sub, make sure you do hit that subscription button. Same to anyone who's come across. If you are enjoying the stream and want to see more, make sure you hit that sub button, tick that notification bell. Otherwise, if you just drop a thumbs up on the stream, I'd appreciate it too. Thank you for coming in. Still need to get the save up on the multiplayer server at some point if people are interested in following it that way too. That's a good point too, Legion. We did talk about that. Back in 5, Scott, no worries. Scooters, totally missed the start of the mining series. Catching up now, totally loving it and getting me excited to go down that path for I'll switch up from farming. That's what I'm enjoying about it the most, Scooter. It's a lot of fun, and it's nice to be able to automate some of that process and get things done. And good. Glad the internet connection's held out well today. It has done well, actually, Daniel. I was thinking the same thing a little bit earlier. I didn't want to jinx it and comment on it, but we've dropped 39 frames in total, which is probably sometimes happens in the transition between OBS going live and YouTube going live and things like that. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. Thanks for the help with Autodrive the other day. Hey, no worries, man. At least it worked out. At least you got it going and figured out what the issue was. At the end of the day, it was you figured it out with identifying that mod conflict. But it's good to know, actually. You know, anyone who uses the manual discharge from auger wagons, just know that you're going to have issues with Autodrive. It won't automatically unload an auger wagon into a truck if you're using that mod. Done and done. Enjoy your No Man's Land series with FSG. Awesome, Aaron. Appreciate that, my friend. Welcome. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to be empty on the end of this pass, so I am, we're probably going to get to the end of this one, and then I'm going to close things off for today. Got to go get sorted before I take the kids out. So, if you've stuck with me and haven't jumped over to FSG's stream yet, can highly recommend going and watching him, seeing how he's getting on with setting up his harvesters and things. So we'll go along and do a little bit of a raid with him, but we've made good progress. What are we, halfway across this field? Not quite. Not quite halfway. That's going to be a decent amount of sugarcane when we get it all done. We'll go back and replant that row. And then obviously a lot of poplar down there. And we've made a good step through there. But I'm going to carry on and get this all finished off stream. So that next time when we're back we'll be able to get into the sugar beet and potato planting. Watching both around. Nice. We will probably run the sugar beets. We can set that up because we can use the early riser planter for those. We set that up in courseplay and then run the potato planters ourselves. We've got 2 of those, so we should get through it pretty quick. Argsy raid, indeed, Argsy raid on FSG's channel. We're going to drop a link to it, Mark. Drop a link to FSG's stream, if you don't mind. So, we might as well wrap it up there. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, huge thanks to Pharmacop for that raid there. Appreciate you sending your viewers over. Love the community and love how everyone shares things around like that. Obviously we had the pleasure of doing it with Rusty last week, and we'll go and hit farm some guy up now. But thank you everyone. Hope you have enjoyed that. Looking forward to carrying this on in the coming weeks. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you when we catch you. Take care. See you later. Bye.